Okay, we are nearing the end of the day, and we'd like to see if we have any wrap-up comments from Pebble, and then I'll tell you sort of our next steps.
John Shively, the CEO of Pebble. First of all, I'd like to thank the panel, as I've thanked the others. I know that you've put in a lot of work for no money. I'll repeat that for the press, since they can never seem to get it right. Certainly, you know, we appreciate the suggestions. Obviously, as this gets written up, we'll look at them. As I said with the other panels, we're going to take the recommendations seriously. That doesn't mean we're going to take every recommendation, but certainly they've been helpful. I'd just like to make a statement here, because it came up so often, more on this panel, I think, on the other ones. I mean, the baseline document took our first 5 years of data. We didn't stop then, but we had to get a document out. We were being pressured. And this is unprecedented for a company way prior to permitting to come out with this much data and make it public. This is generally not done. The effort to get that done was huge. But we're still continuing the study. So the thing about, well, the information's not all up to date. Well, we know it's not all up to date because it only goes through 2008. And you know, the census, now the fact that the government has messed up the census is not going to help us very much, I'll tell you that. But obviously there is lots more work to do. And the interpretive part of it, and there was a lot of talk on this panel about the interpretive things that need to be done, really I think is more of a product of when we go into permitting and how we interpret the data and what it might mean than necessarily all of it in the environmental baseline document. Obviously we have to get to it, and we have to get to both what the existing situation is. One of the things, and it was mentioned yesterday, that I think has certainly been valued to me is the Bristol Bay Visioning Project, which, although I think it has a couple weaknesses, there's some outstanding information in there about what people think about their own region. So those kinds of things are going to help us meet some of the criteria. But anyway, again, I'd like to thank you. I'd like to thank particularly those people who sat through all 6 days. I'd particularly thank the members of our Elders Advisory Council who came and stayed to listen to this, because I know that they could be home with their families, and I appreciate that, and our staff that also stayed through. And Todd, thank you for, I think, you know, this thing has worked the way after the first morning, of course, the way I anticipated it would, and so it's been a very useful exercise, so thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay.